Welcome to a new feature release by us at Zenler. So for premium accounts now, you have SSO or single sign-on. So we've now added this to the premium plan on your package, and I'm just going to walk you through it. So it's a single sign-on is a feature that allows a user who is logged into an external site to log into your new Zenler site seamlessly. We have extensive documents on this as well, so check out the link in the description below. Before we get started, and those who want to implement this feature, okay, if you do not understand how SSO works, we would suggest that you not use this advanced feature. Now, because it uses code, we offer no support with that code when you're installing your SSO onto your site. Just a word of advice there. So if you don't know what you're doing, probably best to stay away from it or get a developer to do it for you. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to jwt.io and we're going to create the payload. So if you scroll down, you're going to see a debugger, and we have things set up in here. You're going to make sure that you choose the correct algorithm, which is HS256. And once you're in there, under the payload data, you're going to change this and modify it. So we're just going to paste in this. Again, you can see that in the documents, support documents. So we've now created our payload data, which is going to give us an encoded paste token here. Okay, this is important. Right, now at this stage, we need to come down and we need to put our token code in here. So we're going to need to log into our new Zenler site and create that code using our API. Let's go into our new Zenler site and I'll show you what to do. Okay, so I'm now in site. Go to integrations, scroll down until you find your Zenler API. And we're going to click in here, get your API key. Okay, this is going to generate your API key. You can reset it as well here, and you can copy it here. So we're going to copy this. We're going to jump back to the JWT site, and I'm going to be pasting my key in here. So let's paste that in there. Okay, so now we've set up this for a single sign-on. You're going to notice there's a few things I need to bring to your attention. One is this first name, last name and email. So because it's single sign-on, if you've got a user and you know obviously their first name, last name, I'm going to put this in here for me, and I'm going to change this. Otherwise, when they log in using this token, what will happen is they will have an account, but it will be under user first name and user last name and user at Zenler. So we need to put something in there. So I'm going to put David, and then I'm going to put in here Zenler. Okay, that would normally be their last name, and then I'm going to put the email address that would be associated with them as well. So I'm going to put david@zenler.com, which I haven't got inside my Courses Mojo site, so that will generate for that. So as long as you do that, then that will be set up for them and this will work. So remember to use the support docs because they guide you through the process. So this video is to show you physically, to actually demonstrate this to you physically, but you use the support doc, have a look through the support docs, follow those steps through and you'll be fine. So with the support doc, you get a generated URL, and that generated URL is where we're going to put this code because we've now got this area. Okay, so this has been set up, this has done this, we've got this HS256 algorithm. Okay, so everything's in here, all set up. So all we need to do now is put this token into the API generated URL that I'm going to give you in a second. So inside of the support docs you have a URL, and I'll just be flicking that up for you in a Word doc, and then I'll be taking this stuff and putting it in there for you so you can see. So let's scroll down to the support doc, and we've basically done all of this so far right the way down, and we just have this URL. So I'm going to take this URL here, and there's a few things I need to show you with this URL that you need to make sure of. So I'm going to bring this Word doc up and we're just going to paste that in there. Now the first thing is we have here your site. Okay, so you need to put your site name. Now you can see I've pasted my site name there, so I'm going to cut that and I'm going to put that into the URL. So I'm just going to put this here. I'm going to get rid of the curly brackets and everything, so I'm just going from /API. Okay, so I'm going to put that in there. So that's that, and it just goes. So it says my site name. This could be a domain or it could be a subdomain. In this case, it's a subdomain. So I have courses.mojomojo.design, and I've got /API/SSO/v1 question mark token equals, and after that we have token, the copied token here. Now the copied token you can get from your JWT. So I'm going to come in here, and now I've done all this correctly. I'm going to take this copy, I'm going to copy it. Okay, I'm going to jump back into here, and I'm going to replace the curly brackets right up to the little equal sign, and I'm going to paste that in there. Now this is my generated single sign-on URL. So I'm now going to go into incognito. I'm going to test this out. Okay, so let me just test this out. I've copied that, and I'm going to jump into incognito mode like so, and I'm going to just access my Gmail account. I'm going to log in. So I'm logged in at the moment. I'm in incognito mode to test this out to make sure it registers the correct name. But you could actually just put that code straight in there. But I'm going to jump straight into Gmail to log into my Google account. Now, of course, if you have a WordPress site or any other site, you can do the same. But you need to set those credentials up on an individual basis because it's a single sign-on. Okay. So I'm signing into my Google account. Okay, so I'm in my Google account now. You can see I haven't got any of the mails because obviously it's sensitive information. So I'm going to open a new tab now, and I'm just going to paste that URL that we created, and paste this in and hit the enter key. And now what you're going to see is I am logged in here as a user. So you can see here, if I go to my account information, you're going to see that we have me as a user. Now that's put me in as John Johansson only because I was already in this account. Okay, so they can instantly log in using that API. So if you have another account, let's generate one for another Gmail account that I haven't got in this site, so it does it from scratch. Okay, so I'm going to do this for another Gmail account I've got. So remember, this is for the other one, which was David at Zenler. So I'm going to be changing a few things here. I'm just going to call it surf, and I'll just do it all capital so it stands out. Dudes, okay. And then I'm going to put my email account associated with it, which is this one here. And we're going to put that into this area here, like so. And remember, you need to put that key in there from your API key from your website, and then it's going to give you this code. So this is different code, so it's single sign-on, different code. So I'm going to just adjust this now. I'm going to go and take that to from the question mark token equals, okay, and then I'm going to put that code in there. So this is my new single sign-on for this. So I'm now going to go into incognito again, and we're going to test this out with a new account. So I'm going to go to new incognito window. I'm going to go into Gmail. By the way, guys, you can just enter the URL straight in there and it will set the account up. But I just want to show you as I'm working my way through this. So let's put in my email here. Click next. Put my password in. Just going to pause the video whilst I put my password in and log into the account. Okay, guys, I'm in the account. And I'm now going to use that URL. So remember that new URL from the token that we created, copy. And we're going to go to open a new tab. I'm going to press Control V. I'm going to click enter. And it's going to set me up with a new account. So if we look under my account details settings here, you're going to see that we now have surf, dudes, and when we have an email address there. And of course, you know, if your person in here wants to finish the process of registering up, they can come and enter a password in there if they want to. But basically, they're in the account now. So they can go and look at blogs and things. They're kind of semi-registered on the site and have access with single sign-on from something like their Gmail account. So you can set these up specifically for people per user as a single sign-on. Just before I go, I want to just show you what happens in your admin from that. Because what I didn't show you is it actually registers them inside the actual system itself, which is really important for you, because if you're sending a single sign out, they go in there, they actually get registered on your site. So I just want to show you that now. I'm going to jump into the admin of Mojo, and you can actually see that Surf Dudes has come up. So as you can see here, I'm actually in my admin account of Mojo, and you can see that I have Surf Dudes have come up. Okay, so the rest of the information has been blurred, obviously because of GDPR and privacy. I'm not showing all of my students in here, but you can see that I've signed up, and I signed up on the 16th of September. The role has been added as student as well. So guys, that's how you can use a single sign up to capture. So once they've gone across, they're in there, and then they'll be registered. And later on, if they want to buy a course or something, they'll then set up a password and those sort of things for it. But single sign off can be really, really handy for you guys that need to use it. And that's it. Pretty simple. So really easy to set up if you just follow those steps. So follow those steps, understand the principle of the URL and setting up the actual key using JWT, and you'll actually be fine with it. Okay guys, so that's SSO for premium users for Zenler.